All right, Boudreaux.
Yeah.
I have a beef to deal. Wait, no, I didn't say that right. So, here's a little story about a man named Jed who went to see Avengers in the worst possible seat. Welcome, everybody, to a long-awaited return of Sexy Nerd Galactic Radio. We haven't done an episode like this in a billion years. We haven't done a Season 0 in a billion years. Life is changing, you know?
What's this person's name?
Older.
Jed?
I don't know. I was trying to sing the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, okay.
The important part of the coming of this...
This guy Jed is
that,
you, right?
Yeah, this guy Jed is me on Earth 2.
And I'm right next to you in
on
this.
Earth 2, where I have the muscles, you have the gut, and we can...
So I wake up every morning not seeing my own dick.
And we can both fly. Yes.
So you look the part of
using the magical powers of Sugar Crisp.
Got it.
So, basically, what happened was we went to go see the Avengers after
VIP style, select seating.
After working via, it wasn't VIP, it was Ultra AVX. But anyway, you buy your ticket and stuff like that. And the thing is, it's like we just worked all day, free comic book day at Expert Comics. I was dressed as Captain America. Jason here was dressed as Quicksilver in honor of the fact that Quicksilver is going to be in Avengers 2.
I still dressed up as Quicksilver the first time that Avengers
we get to the
came
bar.
out.
Never do we actually ask where our tickets are. Well, I'm like, oh, it's select seating. We don't have to wait in line. That's great. So we get to the theater, and I go take a piss, one of the many piss I do, and I have about 5 layers of underwear on to contain my balls. See, I have a lot of fluid in my balls.
And it's not polite for children that are around Ryan's belly button level getting pictures, and then they see freaking Frog Eye.
Yeah, to see the camel toe. So, you know. So,
gross.
Anyway, I'm in the bathroom, peeling back the many layers of my feelings and undies. And I get to and I go in, and I'm looking up. I'm like, where are the guys? And they're like, right here. And that horrible feeling when you turn right, you never want, when you walk into Paramount, you never want to turn right, because right means
low.
That low, close.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe we're in the back. Where are they? And just hear from the horrible right channel in my ear, right here, man. And I turn, and we're in the third row
to the front. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, suck a dick.
Yeah, we paid $18.
Yeah, paid $18. I to make Free Comic Book Day and to watch this movie with the gang, mainly to work Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
I worked a job in Toronto the night before and spent like $50 on a bus ticket, and then it turns out I bought the wrong bus ticket. Like, my shit was not leaving at 7 p.m. It was leaving at 7 a.m. So there's like 3 hours of sleep. It all amounts to this moment.
See,
and I'm bringing
one thing I appreciate about military time and French people time.
Yeah.
They do the whole 1 to 24.
Yeah.
You know what time you're getting, you know?
I swear, man, on that website, it fucking said... Anyway, I thought it was going to be Ontario. Anyway, whatever. I'm an idiot, so I have to buy another bus ticket. $100 to get back in town, basically.
Yeah.
And and fucking no sleep. Getting to the store. The reason why I'm bringing all this up.
Oh, first, even before we saw, like, when we were working for Comic Book Day, everybody that we were taking pictures with has seen the movie.
Yeah.
You know? And Ryan is, like, going up to, like, you know, colleagues and like close friends and even strangers going like, if you tell me, I will kill you.
Yeah, if you fucking blow this movie, I will cut your dick off.
Yeah.
So
but I had a 10-year-old kid dressed up as Deadpool that told me the whole story, and I was completely fine with it.
All right, so let's just recap. So no sleep, and I'm not saying poor me. I'm just saying this is why this happened. Everything is more. This exact moment in time happened because I was like, traveling back in town, lost a shitload of money, $17. Here we are sitting, and sure enough, 20 minutes in the movie, someone picks up their fucking phone. I see the flash in my left eye, and I just go, turn off your fucking phone right now!
Yeah. I think it was during a trailer?
No, it was during the movie.
Okay. I don't know, man.
No, it was during the movie, and I'm just like, how can I react to the fact that it's been 2 years and we're waiting for this fucking movie to happen, and the opening action scene happens, and it's kind of like
you're trying to know where your eyes are supposed to go,
what my fucking eyes are supposed to look at,
and it's a snow scene, and you're like, is it really snowing? Because you're so goddamn close,
and you're just looking back and forth. And Dave, who bought the tickets, God bless him, he saw the movie the day before.
So he knows what to look
so
for.
he knows what to look for. So if
Yeah.
it looks like shit to him, he's just like, well, I know where to look.
I got a
Obviously,
fucking
Iron Man
migraine.
flies over here and punches a guy in the face. I will tilt my head to that corner.
Well, no, but like my reference was I'm watching this movie and I'm like, why do I feel like I'm getting a hangover? Because like my only reference to getting a headache is a hangover.
Yeah.
I only had one beer, so it made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like thinking like, oh my god, we're gonna get cross-eyed because we're watching it too close, or cockeyed even, and then I'm gonna have to finally wear glasses like the rest of you fucks.
Now let's make something perfectly clear though. God bless you, Dave, for having the foresight to even buy tickets to one of the biggest opening weekends of movies, like in comic books ever. Thank you for that. But if there's no good tickets, you run a construction business and you can't just move your decks around. Fucker, we could have saw it the next day. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. Would have. Yeah. I mean,
been like, guys, there's no good tickets for that time. We could either go later or tomorrow. Would have been cool.
You know, Dave's an athletic guy. He probably thought like row C. Like in his mind, he's like, "Oh, that's good because that'd be like around the field. You don't want to be around the field in a movie theater. You want to be the furthest fucker back."
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this part out where we're blaming Dave. That's really mean.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, long story short, the only reason why I exacted this rage out of this person, they only flashed their phone on, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna cut this off at the source.
Yeah.
Like, you will not grow any larger.
Yeah, and with our group, there was like a group of 6 of us, and you were still dressed up as Cap. So I think that was pretty much like enough being said.
I'm still wearing my costume from Free Comic Book Day. Okay, so let's get to the review of the movie.
I think that they did Quicksilver as good as he could ever get in cinema by far.
So you as the biggest Quicksilver out of the two of us, fan out of the two of us, you've seen Days of Future Past. You've seen this. What is your preferred Quicksilver?
Oh well, by far this one. I mean,
really? Okay.
Yeah, Aaron Tyler Johnson.
Aaron Johnson.
Yeah, Aaron Johnson. Yeah, that guy. Like, it's kind of interesting that one, like in Kick-Ass, there was like he was Kick-Ass, and then there's the other guy that played Ass Kicker, and then they both became 2 different Quicksilvers.
Yeah.
Now, no offense, but I would always go Kick-Ass over Ass Kicker any day.
I thought they directed Quicksilver and gave him like a little bit more time to shine in Days of Future Past. Like, they gave this entire sequence.
But it wasn't that's not him. I mean, like, he's not a guy wearing a Pink Floyd shirt with straight ass hair that looks more like a girl. Like, I mean, like, he's a freaking like adopted, you know, twin like Russian that's cocky and is faster than fuck. Like, I mean, like, and it was good to see him, like, you know, suit up, and he's grabbing that pair of Adidas and going like, finally, I knew it. He wears fucking Adidas, you know?
Oh, that's why.
I knew it. No.
Yeah, fucking Run DMC is like, yeah.
Fuck, man, I'm going to save the day, but not without my Adidas because I run motherfucking fast.
Yeah,
you know?
fucking Run DMC in corner, like, represent.
Yeah, and I liked that Wanda looked like great. Like, she didn't have the headdress as usual, but, you know, she was red, she was weird, and she had like her superpowers and doing the fingers thing, you know? Like, and there was a little bit of that undertone of brother and sister shit, you know, like they touched their faces a little bit too much, and like maybe a hug and a lift up, you know. But like, I mean, like overall, like
they good really, polite sibling boob squeeze.
Yeah, like something weird. No, but like, I mean, like those two look very similar, and it's kind of even more freaky that they were husband and wife in like Godzilla, you know. And there's like, oh wow, they even have that. So I've seen them kiss too, you know.
Yeah,
like,
it's, play Godzilla. Like, hey, remember in the last movie? What was great though is that in Godzilla, I didn't believe their romantic.
Oh yeah, at all.
I didn't believe in her romanticism at all. It's almost like they knew. They're like, hey, let's not get too attached to this fact that I'm supposed to want to fuck you, because in the next movie I'm not. So
yeah, we're brother and sister. Yeah, but like
in the movie that matters, we're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so
I think it was great. Like, just like, you know that they were adopted.
Yeah.
You're unsure if they actually do know that their dad's Magneto or not, and they do have a third sibling, which is, you know, Polaris. Like, I think it's great that you just meet them kind of going like, they still don't really know.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, and it was a big issue where Fox owns the term mutant and they own Magneto. Like,
they give him gifts.
Marvel would probably like fucking have used these characters way differently had they had a little bit more time. But like the Marvel universe, always having to kind of like work with what they got because all their big guns are owned by you know, the bullies of the schoolyard.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Basically, like with this movie, the second viewing, the fact that you could see it, like what I want to know, because I haven't asked you yet, what is your opinion on the movie after seeing it properly a second time on Wednesday?
Well, right at the end, like with Thanos and the Gauntlet, you know, like at first, like when I saw it the first time, and I'm looking up like Thanos' nose because I'm just so fucking close to him. I have to like actually say, like, I didn't even know he grabbed the gauntlet. Like I thought he was like crushing an android's hand.
But beyond that, beyond the fact that our seat sucked the first time, which Dana claimed it didn't bother her at all, which means either she's a liar or she's superhuman. Pick one.
Yeah.
But Dana is superhuman.
Or pupils are extremely dilated.
Dana Healy, the the fucking designer of all the special effects from our Casey Jones video and all around, like when we made our this parody video called The Avengers, DAVENGERZ. Look it up on YouTube right now. It's got me and Jason acting like the Backstreet Boys, but as Avengers, and I don't know, it's great. It turned out.
I play 4 people.
Yeah, we'll more on that later. But anyway, Dana, she whipped up the Thor ensemble costume. All of a sudden, he had like a bone belt buckle and all this badass cool shit.
It's kind of interesting how they have like an apartment and they can make a Thor costume out of shit around the house.
Yeah. But
pretty amazing.
Anyway, I don't know. Love you, Dana. She slapped me later in the night for no reason because she was drunk. And fuck you, Dana. I'm like, Dana, come on.
In the face?
Yeah, in the face.
Everyone knows how you don't like being touched in the face.
It's not out of brain. It's that there's a fucking plate holding it together. Come on.
A couple of screws.
Yeah, a couple of screws.
Fake teeth.
Yeah. More on that later. Dana, punch me in the forehead. That'd be awesome.
Forehead's one of the strongest bones in the body.
Exactly.
Oh, why would someone punch you there?
Punch me in the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Might as well punch me in the neck. Anyway, so getting back to the movie. Okay, so your review after the second time you saw it, besides the fact I can see, like, what do you take from it?
I take a lot from it. I like how they changed, like in comics right now, Winter Soldier and Black Widow are an item, and they're like been dating off and on and all this, and then you just see like this whole left field thing that was done really well, by the way. That Natasha Romanoff really likes, like Hulk, which is kind of cool, like that. You're just like, okay, I'll run with this, because there's so many times that you watch a film and you're going like, that's not right, but like if you believe it enough, I mean, it really comes back home to you. But I think it's just great that you finally see Hawkeye being Hawkeye. And you find out this like kind of duality that he is a family man and he has family, and he's like the guy, if you gotta say, like he's the most human. So like this is a guy that you could actually kind of like go, I'm surrounded by all these, like, guy with a magical hammer, a guy that has an iron suit, a guy that's like, Mr. America, and I'm just this regular guy that, has a farm.
Well, they acknowledged that in the movie where, Scarlet Witch was freaking out. He's like, listen, we're in a war, we're in a battle. There's a bunch of robots, and I have a bow and arrow.
No, but it's like pretty much like, even though Hawkeye is, pretty much the best that we could be, it's just great that he acknowledges that. And also, as a person that's watching that happen, you're kind of going like, wow, this could actually happen. That you could be like, okay, I'm around all these awesome guys, and I got this cramp because Mr. Speedy over here keeps on, going so fast. I got to catch up. So I think it's just great that you could be like a viewer and going like, man, I feel really good right now because, Hawkeye's still alive.
Okay, so basically, I find myself being like one of those pieces of shit that keeps like judging this movie and stuff like that. Like after seeing it the second time, I just kind of realized that there's this part of me that is so used to Marvel movies coming out. Like I just keep thinking, I prefer the Winter Soldier. I prefer.
Oh well, that was the spy game.
Yeah, I prefer Marvel with their adult twist. I love Daredevil. I love Winter Soldier, and I'm being this judgmental prick, but what I can't keep forgetting is that this is the movie where Disney's like, yo, dude, this is the movie that dads bring the fucking kids to as well. We need a lot of boom. We need a lot of pow pow.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be bigger than big.
I'm kind of worried about kids, saying shoot now.
Yeah.
And then like, some random kid that loves Captain America is like, language. And that'll be like the new kid. Language, man.
Yeah.
Language.
Yeah, that's true. The first dialogue, almost the first dialogue in the movie spoke by any Avenger is shit.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I mean, like, it's great that you could watch this movie and you don't have to necessarily watch the first one.
I guess so, but like, this is the thing that I was talking about, just judging. It's just like, I just thought it seems like, and I've read that Joss Whedon was like under a lot of pressure and it was a hard shoot and all that kind of stuff. It just seemed like the first movie is full of these pinnacle moments that I can remember and will remember. Like this little moment where Thor's waiting for his hammer, that at the last possible second gets the hammer comes out and hits him in the face.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm always angry, and then punches that. It just didn't seem to have any of those big moments except for Vision.
Oh, well, Vision, yeah. Vision's great. But, like, I think
but I'm being a dick.
No, but I know you're being a dick.
Yeah.
But, like, it's, like, I mean...
The heart wants what the heart wants.
You gotta kind of go like, hey, man, they already did the giant space dragon bit, you know? And now it's kind of going like, we're going to do the movie that, yes, there's going to be, a lot of explosions and casualties and stuff. But you got to also think, like, they got to make the characters better.
Yeah.
And which they did. Like, I think, like, now that you're like, okay, we got all the backstories, the characters are so much more...
Yeah, because Infinity War is going to be like... I'm really hoping the Infinity War doesn't feel like Matrix 3, where there's just so much
flying
happening that there's like zero substance, which I think the reason why there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2 is the directors are probably like, hey, we don't want it to be like Matrix 3, okay? There's going to be some plot. There's going to be some sadness.
I think if Thanos and Death, do it right.
Yeah.
Because like he's been, like you're gonna see like Thanos kind of like talking to himself, but also looking like he's looking for confidence from something, and you're gonna realize that he has like a split personality, and he has Lady Death is always kind of like his confidant that nobody else sees, just him, and you're gonna really like see a guy that. Unlike a lot of other people, you could be like, okay, so why is he doing this? Why does he want all the gems? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not because he wants it. He just wants to have, kind of like this kind of thing going like, Death approves me. Now we could marry and blah, blah, blah. I've killed enough people and Lady Death will invite me in.
I had no idea about any of that.
Yeah, well, no, but that's how Thanos is. That Thanos is the villain that he is what he is, and it's kind of weird, like a guy like Thanos that would have all 6 gems in a gauntlet, that he's not looking for your approval. He's not looking to see the mightiest man Thor or the Incredible Hulk. He is looking at something that nobody else sees, and it's death. And it's the approval and marriage and sanctity of death that he wants to have and to hold. And she will never be satisfied because in the end, Thanos is never satisfied. So you're going to see that kind of like, demon titan guy, and you're going like, what is wrong with this guy?
What's interesting about the Infinity Wars? The Infinity War is a little ways off. I think it's about 3 years from now, 3 years from now, which would make sense, But Captain America: The Civil War is happening next year, and like I think that's gonna.
You think that they're gonna have
I think that's
Bucky back?
Who?
Bucky? You think Bucky's gonna come back?
I think so. I think the third movie probably, if they didn't go in the Civil War direction, would have been a little bit more about Bucky. However, I think Bucky, his storyline in the Civil War will probably be like operating in the shadows, watching the Civil War from a distance and stuff like that. And then by the end of it, and this is not a spoiler, fuckers, okay? When I say this,
it's
seriously, this is been in comic books for over 10 years, so suck it.
Yeah, Ed Brubaker.
Yeah, Ed Brubaker wrote this in comics 10 years. Everybody already knows this. Chris Evans' contract's almost up. I think he's got like one or two more movies left. So this is what I'm thinking. This is a prediction right now. Published whenever the fuck this is, in 2015. This is my opinion right now. And if they do it, this is my thoughts. At the end of the Civil War, like in the books, so if you don't want spoilers, cover your fucking ears. Captain America gets killed at the end of the Civil War. Not during battle, after he surrenders. He looks around at all the devastation that the Civil War is causing, and he says, what have we done? We're worse than the supervillains. Us fighting each other has destroyed New York City.
Yeah.
So
then he's gonna be like a court scene
when he's in handcuffs in court scene. Yeah. This is my thought of the court scene, represented by Matt Murdock. Oh, seriously, if that happens,
if they use the actual guy.
A grown man come in a movie theater, like make sure no kids are seeing.
Just wear a fucking diaper.
I'm gonna wear 5 layers of underwear like I wore it to the Avengers.
Okay.
So fucking court scene. Right after the court scene, gets fucking shot. Right.
Yeah.
No one knows who fucking killed him and stuff like that. Give a little bit of time for the eulogy and stuff
Do you
like
think
that.
Agent 13?
The last shot of Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think Agent 13 will probably have done it under mind control. Yes,
yeah.
I agree. But the last shot of Captain America, Civil War, is going to be Bucky first picking up the shield.
Yeah.
And kind of like, he's going to be the next Cap.
Yeah.
So Bucky's the next Cap.
Cap with the gun.
Bucky's the next Cap for another couple of movies. I mean, you got like Black Panther and a bunch of other shit coming out where.
Yeah, Wakanda.
Where he doesn't need his own movie to kind of be like Buck is Cap.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's probably going to be some experimenting, but I do know that the Avengers Infinity War Part 2 is going to be the last Avengers movie for quite a amount of time because they had like a 10, 12-year plan. They just want to execute it.
Yep.
They want to overblow it. They're like, this is what we want to do. So
they are controlling the box office, which is crazy.
With that, I say right at the end of Infinity War Part 1 to make sure people don't walk out there like Harry Potter
continued.
and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 where people are just like, what the fuck? I say at the very last possible second, and Tony will blame himself for Steve's death. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
And Tony doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore. I say at the very fucking end of Infinity Wars Part 1, fucking Tony shows up. And he's like, look who I found. And Steve walks in. And after there's death and shit, and some members have died, and morale's wrong. How could we possibly go on?
They get their captain
Steve
back.
Rogers walks in and is like, gentlemen, we have some work to do. And it's like credits. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe we got to wait a fucking year. But Cap's back. Steve's alive. I'm coming.
And then everyone's going to be like, language.
Credits. So those are my predictions.
Well, with that, I got to go to work now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's sign off. You got to say who you are.
This is Jason Boudreaux. I got a pee-pee.
And this is Ryan Stick of Season 0 doing Sex and Nerd Galactic Radio. Thank you for listening. And if we spoiled any movies for you, go read a comic book and suck my dick. It's a fucking folklore at this point.
Yeah, read a book.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Sex and Nerd Galactic Radio.